And welcome back to another episode of the Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. So, for today's episode, we're going to talk about Rekieta Law and why this entire platform of YouTube needed to be sued into the ground to create an Internet Bill of Rights. So, basically, for those that haven't heard, Rekieta Law, who basically became very famous in the past couple of years during the Rittenhouse trial, had his YouTube channel yanked this week. I wasn't sure exactly why, but apparently it was over another person named Keffels, who I've heard of in the past. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the same individual who was caught giving hormone drugs to children across state lines, and the federal agents out there have not done their fucking job to arrest that piece of shit. So, yeah, pretty sure when someone is, I don't know, literally fucking, giving drugs to kids across state lines, like, pretty sure that's a fucking federal offense and, like, multiple federal felonies. I'm just saying. Like, it's fucking crazy, dude. And, the fact this shit's allowed to go on is absolutely fucking ridiculous entirely. So, yeah, it's just fucking nuts, dude. And I'm assuming that Rekieta got his channel yanked by, calling this motherfucker out on more than one occasion, is my assumption. And just to be clear, everything said in this episode today is fucking fair use, is for educational purposes only, and it basically proves again that YouTube, being who they are, owned by Google, apparently supports pedophilia, which is not okay, man. Not okay, bro. Not okay ever. So, yeah, just fucked up in general. I assume Rekieta being a lawyer, he probably is going to sue YouTube over this, hopefully, and I hope he wins, honestly. I know there's already one lawsuit coming at YouTube right now, specifically Google, that would potentially rightfully do away with the Section 230 protections they have right now. And my biggest problem with this entirely is, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, dude, about Internet Bill of Rights and stuff like that, when it comes to YouTube or anything else like that as a platform, is whether it be YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, any of these tech monopolies is what it is, dude. The biggest problem is when they are trying to be both a publisher and a platform, it's like you're either one or the other, bro. You can't have it both ways. You cannot have your cake and eat it too, is what it is. And to sit there and claim that you are a platform, but yet because someone rightfully calls out actual fucking crimes against someone else, and yet you're going to take the fucking side of the person who is doing the fucking criminality in this situation? Like, what the fuck? It's just insane to me. It really is, dude. It's fucking psychotic. And it's just like the same exact thing. We saw it, what was it, 3-4 years ago now? Or more even? I don't even know anymore. Fucking time has gone insane anymore since 2020. I want to say it was like 2018, 2017, someplace. Well, no, it was after Trump, so it was probably 2018. When Alex Jones had his YouTube channel yanked, when everybody that would work for Alex Jones had their YouTube channels yanked and stuff like that. So it was like the Alex Jones channel, InfoWars. I think they had like one other backup channel, and then it was, I believe, Owen Schroyer had his YouTube channel yanked at one point, and then I think that Millennial Millie, when she was still working for Jones, had her YouTube channel yanked for a little bit of time. She's back up though. But yeah, it's just fucked up, man, because you have, this targeted hit on this dude to basically unperson him from the internet in Jones' case. And of course, that was a canary in the coal mine, And we've seen other channels get hit before in the last couple of years now after Jones. And that's the thing, dude. Like, people don't realize that there's a lot of crazy shit going on with these companies, dude. And then, of course, you have everything else. It's like fuckery. And then, the biggest problem is really, it's that, okay, it would be one thing, right, if they have the Section 230 protections, if they're only a platform, et cetera, and then they had an actual, like, here's 5 things, terms of service that you can't do or whatever the case be, and they never fucking, update that shit. Like, it's only just ever these 5 things. The problem is, again, going back to tech monopoly shit, dude, it's like every fucking 6 months to a year, all of a sudden it's like, oh no, now you can't say this thing on this fucking platform. Now you can't say this thing on this fucking tech company's website, whatever it is, dude. You know, the social media platform and stuff like that. And that's the issue right now. You know, there was things we used to be able to talk about. Hell, I used to talk about a lot of shit on this channel that I got multiple channel strikes over for fucking the last year or so over some bullshit, dude. Even though it was fucking clearly being able to be spoken about like a month or two before that. And again, it's fucking pure censorship, dude. It's censorship by fucking oligarchs, and I'm sick and tired of it, dude. I really fucking am. Like, I'm just disgusted by it, dude. And there's a reason why I went to Rumble for a while, and I'm probably going to go back there, honestly, pretty soon. Because there's no reason to actually not be able to talk about every topic, dude. When you have to do self-censorship just to maintain it on a fucking platform, it's fucking bullshit, dude, entirely. And that's the one thing I will knock JD Vance for quite a bit, actually, because this dude was talking about, like, oh yeah, there's certain things I won't say on Twitter because I know I'd be banned otherwise. So sue the fuck out of them, dude. Like, seriously, if they're gonna fucking ban your speech, dude, take their fucking asses to court knowing the goddamn company when it's all said and done. Shit, man. And that's the thing right now. You look at fucking Elon Musk, dude. They got the Musk deal possibly going through to buy Twitter now. And now, like, the same fucking day that happened, which was like, I think yesterday or day before that, you've now had a whole bunch of fucking tech shit going on in our government now, where it's like, oh yeah, now that we know this guy's about to buy this place out and actually make it a free speech fucking, you know, bastion again, pretty much, which I'm not going to sit there and say Elon Musk is going to make Twitter a free speech bastion. I think that's a fucking pipe dream at this point. That guy's a leftist fucking turd and then some, dude. But the entire point is, it would be less censorship is what it would be. It wouldn't be like, oh yeah, everything's on the table kind of thing, but it would be like, okay, we're not going to ban people just because they fucking call out a politician for being a fucking douchebag is what it is, dude. Or it's like some bullshit fucking algorithm that like happens to use like 10 words together, and then it's like, oh no, you're fucking discussing violence and stuff like that because you're talking about some dude getting his ass stomped in a political race is what it is, dude. And that's the thing too, by the way. I caught a 12-hour ban on Twitter here in the last couple of weeks because of that shit, dude. Because I literally said that Tim Ryan was going to get his ass stomped in the November elections by JD Vance. That was the verbatim fucking tweet that I put out there, dude. And yet they're like, oh no, you're encouraging violence and shit like that. It's like, fuck you, Twitter. Seriously, fuck your fucking AI bullshit algorithms, dude, and fuck your fucking other bunch of crap too as well, not doing, dude. And again, this is the problem with these fucking companies right now, dude. But yeah, like I said, it's fucked up to see Rekieta Law get his YouTube channel yanked like that. I mean, the guy, he did good shit too, man. Like I didn't watch his stuff on a regular basis or anything like that, but like he did a lot of topic discussion on a bunch of different fucking sources and stuff like that, dude. And he knew exactly what he was saying, honestly. And the thing about Nick is he was a good dude in general, it seemed like. Like, honestly, I'm gonna say it like it is. I don't know exactly if he's still practicing or not at this point, and if he would be barred in the state of Ohio or not, dude. But like, if I ever got into a fucking situation where it was, you know, like self-defense encounter or some shit like that, I would immediately go to Rekieta and be like, "You got my back, right, on this one. I'm gonna be able to retain you as a lawyer, right? Or at least somebody you're gonna be able to find me somebody that's like just as good, right? Kind of thing, as like my counsel and stuff." So yeah, because I think truthfully, when it comes to Nick Rekieta, dude, he could probably argue to the point where it would be, you know, one of those things where you go into the courtroom like day number 1 of the trial or whatever it is, and it's like you're done by the end of the fucking day. Like it's basically opening arguments, closing arguments, same fucking day is what it'll be then, or maybe within like the same week or something like that. Something else like a couple days or something. But yeah, and that's the one nice thing about Ohio being a stand your ground state right now is, you know, the ability to be able to, you know, defend yourself versus criminals and stuff like that. So, and not have to be forced to end up being on trial for murder and shit like that when you're clearly being, you know, in a situation of self-defense is what it is. So, anyway, yeah, it's just fucked up, man. It's just really fucked up. Like I said, I really hope Rekieta does good work and is able to get his channel reinstated and stuff like that. And especially over this bullshit with this motherfucker Keffels and stuff like that, dude, who, like I said, I'm pretty sure this is the person that I've heard of before that was like literally. Well, here's the thing: if this is the person I think it is, this person was not only encouraging young children to transition, they were also going out there and fucking admitting to shipping hormone drugs across state lines, dude. And it's like, bro, seriously, where the fuck are the charges? Where the fuck are the federal charges at this point? It's insane to me. It's fucking insane to me. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, Keffels might have also been the same person that got, what was it, Kiwi Farms? I guess what it was called. Like, knocked offline for a little bit of time or something like that by, like, claiming they were, like, doing, like, hate speech or something on that fucking site or something. I don't know. I can't remember. There's been a bunch of stuff I've heard here and there about a few different topics and things in the last couple of weeks. That it's one of those kind of things where you just like hear it in passing and don't really think about it as what it is. But yeah, to me, it's just fucked up in general, dude. But like I said, this is the problem when we have a country right now that literally has people in office supporting pedophilia, dude, and child molestation. And it's not okay, bro. When you got fucking pedo in chief there, fucking Biden as number one fucking piece of shit, and then you got fucking Kamala, who's definitely a fucking child molester. Fucking like 90% of the Democrat Party or more is at this point at a federal level. Shitload of fucking rhinos are too, man. Like, if you look at people, like, actually I heard today that Ben Sass from Nebraska is probably going to be retiring by the end of the year here, and it's like, that dude looks like a motherfucker who would be a creepy piece of shit, honestly, in general, dude. Like, I would not be the least bit surprised if there was some child molestation shit on that guy. So, anyway. And like I said, I think there's a handful of others in the Republican Party right now that are the same way. And then, of course, with both parties is what it is. There's so much insider trading on everybody, dude, that it really is mutually assured destruction at that point. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, dude. The same thing with Hollywood. It's not that you have, like, X number of... It's not like everybody's rocking around, raping kids and shit like that. It's that you have, this small minority that are maybe like 10% or something like that. The issue is that you have the other 90% or so that have gotten something happening in their past where it's, they might have been at a party and gotten a BJ or something like that from some chick who claimed to be 18, 19, whatever it was, or some dude for that matter, even for all the fuck I know. And then it turned out that, guy or girl or whatever was like fucking 14, 15 years old or something like that. And now it's, there's cameras on the fucking whole thing, and it's, video recordings of it is what it would be then. And that's why if these A-list stars ever came out, it would be a mutually assured destruction for them on that situation, because it'd be like, oh yeah, we got that fucking tape of you from like 15 years ago, or whatever the case be, bro. You say some shit about us, and we'll do this thing to you, kind of thing is what it is. Or in the same, same vein of things and stuff like that, it could just be some shit where it's, a bunch of drug stuff for that matter, even. Where somebody just, has like a big ass like coke ring or something like that going on there, and it's fucking, if they out the rest of them and stuff like that, they'll be outed for being a giant coke dealer or some shit like that. Or it's the same thing like so with our government and stuff like that, dude. It could be some insider trading stuff like that, because I guarantee there's some people in Hollywood that definitely do insider trading, using people in our government, congressmen, senators, etc., that they have ties to and shit like that, and they've all figured out ways to get away with it, or like loopholes to get away with it, or whatever it is, dude. And I think that's the biggest thing. And again, when you look at the House of Cards, dude, and it's multiple houses of cards at this point, honestly. Like, it's a big one in Hollywood, and there's a big one in the U.S. government. And, all it takes is like one or two to be yanked out of the right spots, and that whole house is just gonna tumble over, is what it'll be, man. So I think we're coming to that precipice in history right now, and that, pendulum swing in history right now, where it's probably going to happen very soon. And it all depends exactly what will happen after the fact is what it'll be then. So, but yeah, it, like, looking at the Rekieta law situation though, it pisses me off beyond belief, dude. And like I said, I didn't personally watch the guy a whole lot after the Rittenhouse trial and stuff like that. I mean, I watched his stuff here and there a little bit, off and on. Like the other day, I happened to, realize he was on again, and I was like, all right, cool, let me go ahead and, flip this on to have like some background noise kind of deal. And I forget what Nick was saying at the time. It was something about some stuff, and then discussing like people's relationships and stuff like that. That's what they do, by the way. The guy was like, that point in time in history for that specific stream, He was just discussing like long-term relationships and marriages and stuff like that, dude. So yeah, to for them to yank his channel over some fucking piece of shit, fucking literal fucking potentially child molester, dude. It's like, what the fuck, bro? Like this is the problem with YouTube's algorithms entirely, and them having the ability to have weaponized channel strikes. Actually, is what it is, dude. And that's the one thing I really dislike about this fucking platform entirely, dude. Is you can basically, have a bunch of Antifa essentially, or something similar for that matter, BLM, whatever it is, dude. Find somebody's video and then they just call up like fucking 20 of their friends and all create fucking fake accounts and shit like that. And all of a sudden your fucking account's gone, even though their fucking accounts don't have a goddamn thing on them, dude, is what it is. And that's the problem entirely too right now when it comes to the difference between content creators on this site and people that are just douchebags that don't do a fucking thing or have a bunch of bot accounts or whatever it is, dude. There really should be like like honestly, if it was up to me right now and we had this site owned by content creators and stuff like that, you would actually see a much better YouTube because there would definitely be levels for content creation and stuff like that. As it would be, dude, where as long as you're like actively creating content on a regular basis and stuff like that, doesn't matter what it is, honestly, you actually have like a slight bit more power than anybody else does, is what it is, bro. Like, than just a random account that's just going to be there and commenting and shit like that. And it would be that ability to like essentially, I would say like permaban these people is what it would be. So it would essentially be something where it would be like, like we already have like the hide block ability and stuff like that for channels and shit, dude. The problem is that these people can still find you and subscribe to you and stuff like that is what it is. And I would say there should be something against that even. Like there should be a way for you to basically hide your channel from that person or those accounts, whatever it is entirely, dude. To where they can never even find your fucking channel if you don't want them to, is what it is. Or just come up like 404 or something like that, not found or something like that, even though you still exist, is what it is to everybody else then. So, but yeah, it would be something interesting like that or something along those lines then. But because for everybody that doesn't know about that whole thing, like there was some shit that happened with me and some other people on this site a few months ago. And yeah, I know for a fact some of these douchebags are still subscribed to me just to try to find. I think they're trying to find more stuff to fuck me over in the future, is what it is, dude. And I'm not going to give them any fuel ever. So fuck them. But anyway, needless to say, that's pretty much where we're at for the day, though. Like I said, I think it's absolutely ridiculous what happened to Rekieta. And hopefully he's, getting together with some other people and stuff like that, and we're gonna see a big ass fucking lawsuit coming. And like I said, there's already a lawsuit on the docket right now. I think it's going to the Supreme Court actually, and it's somebody. I forget exactly what the overall thing was. I heard it in passing the other day. It was basically something along the lines of it was either a mother or a family or something like that. We're trying to sue Google/YouTube because their son or daughter or whatever it was basically had gone down a rabbit hole some years ago and ended up joining like ISIS or something like that, or some Islamic jihadist or something like that group is what it was, and either killed themselves or was killed or something. And so they were like, yeah, these companies should be held responsible for this shit, dude. And again, it goes back to the publisher platform thing, dude. It's like if you're going to allow, certain kinds of content or whatever the case be, then you need to be held responsible for it legally, dude. Or if you're gonna sit there and act like you want to be both fucking publisher and platform, then you need to be held fucking legally responsible for it. Is what it is. You need to be sitting in the fucking ground. Is what it is, bro. And like I said, I think the best thing that could happen to this country right now, the pendulum swing that could happen to this country right now, would be the content creators of this site owning the fucking site, dude, when it's all said and done. And as I've said before, dude, when you look back at places like Reddit and shit like that, you could easily have a better YouTube based on almost a Reddit formula and stuff like that of, various groups and subgroups and stuff like that, where it would be shit of, like the main group would be like politics or something like that. And then it would be, like various subgroups would be, 2A politics or, First Amendment politics or something like that. So it'd be like free speech kind of videos, or it'd be like Second Amendment kind of videos or something like that. Or it would be, the Constitution, and it would just be a bunch of different videos and sub videos and stuff like that or sub variants and stuff like that of, people discussing like constitutionalism and the founding of this country and everything else like that. And maybe have videos about our founding fathers and things like that. And like, what we know as the history that's been written and stuff like that of our of the founding of this country, and the greatness of our founding fathers and stuff like that. And that's the one biggest problem I have with people that want to sit there and shit talk, history and stuff like that, and be like, oh, well, it's kind of wishy-washy. And it's like, what the fuck kind of crack are you smoking, bro? Like, you were not there. You don't fucking know, dude. I wasn't there. I don't fucking know entirely. I'm going on the fact that, history is written by the winners, and our fucking founding fathers won to form this country. So, pretty sure what they fucking wrote down is pretty close to the truth, is what it is, And until I would be able to have a fucking time machine and go back to that time period with a fucking camera and shit like that and record some stuff and find out the real truth, like, yeah, ain't nothing gonna change yet, bro. So, anyway, it does really bother me, dude. It's just like a whole thing about the whole our democracy bullshit that all these Democrats keep bitching and moaning about. And it's like, except for a constitutional republic always have been. And that's the thing, dude. Now, granted, we could sit here and talk all day about, constitutional republic with Democrat voting process, which is technically what we are because of the, fucking 19th and 26th Amendments, as well as the part of the 14th Amendment, I believe is what it was originally. So, yeah, it's all about like voting and stuff like that. That's what it would be, man. And then of course you can talk about like oligarchies and like tech monopolies and fucking, want to be like pseudo shit like that or whatever the case be. And I think in general, there's a lot of people in our country right now in power that want to basically create an oligarchy, and yeah, it's not okay, bro. It's not okay at all. And the problem with that shit is when you go down that road, you are going down a road that is basically going to take you to, it's kind of like that, what is it, hell is paved with good intentions kind of thing. It basically falls to that kind of shit. And I feel like that's where we're heading as a country right now, dude. And if we don't, stop it right now, we're definitely going to be in a shit show very, very fucking soon in this nation. So, yeah. And I think it's the exact same way, going full circle back to the Rekieta thing. When you have, these tech monopolies banning people's speech for literally calling out the fucking disgusting shit that they're seeing, dude, it's not okay at all, man. And to sit there and be like, oh no, but this guy, like, because I don't know why they fucking, I'm guessing it was like multiple strikes at once, because it's like, oh, well, you're fucking, attacking this person, or it's like harassment or some crap like that. That's probably what they went after Rekieta for, is my guess. And the thing is, it's like, okay, how is it not harassment when you literally have some motherfucker potentially sending fucking sterilization drugs through the mail to fucking children, bro? Like, goddamn, dude. And that's the thing. Like, this is what these fuckers are supporting, dude. They're supporting that kind of shit. And it's like, how the fuck are you going to support that kind of shit, dude? I swear to fucking God, man. Our country, like, I don't know what it was. At some point, the fucking crazy pills were out of the water supply or something, dude. And you just have a bunch of fucking psychos, running us off a cliff at this point, basically. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just fucking nuts, though. But anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be doing the 2A cast at that point, probably discussing some stuff. I don't know exactly what time it'll be. It all depends. I'm on a really weird sleep schedule now. I was fine the other day, and then I was napping this afternoon, and it was weird though, because like I was fine for like a while today, and I was actually going to shoot something earlier today, and then unfortunately, some people came out to work on our yard and stuff like that. It was a buddy of my mom's, and yeah, they were here for like a bunch of hours, is what it was, and I don't know how much they all got done, but they were here for long enough to where they probably did a shitload of work, is my guess, honestly, dude. I know they took out some areas and did some stuff, and it looked like laid some sod or something like that down. So, or not sod, but like hay and shit over the areas that they like yanked up and stuff. So I'm assuming there's going to be some interesting stuff going on there, and hopefully the yard will look better after the fact, because it used to be where trees were at. So hopefully with them potentially filling in the stumps and shit like that, things will get better and look better and everything else like that. So I don't know, but yeah, it's just fucking insanity though we're seeing in our country anymore, dude. And like I said, I think we're definitely overdue for a massive pendulum swing. And when it happens, you're gonna see a lot of people's heads spin because they're not gonna know what the fuck happened. And unfortunately, you know, when people don't want to see what's right in front of them most of the time, those are the people that tend to be caught up and get fucked up in the melee, is what it is, man. So, anyway, that's pretty much where we're at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like I say, I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, with the 2A cast, as long as this doesn't get me a fucking channel strike, which, again, everything said in this episode, YouTube, is for educational purposes. We are literally discussing a fucking ongoing situation with this site. We are not trying to encourage anything. We are not trying to whatever anything here and there. We are simply discussing a situation between two individuals, with one individual, outing the other as a sick piece of shit is what it is, dude. So, anyway. But like I said, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. If nothing else, if I don't do a 2A cast tomorrow, I'll probably do something sometime Saturday morning or something, depending on when I'm awake. Again, it might be one of those fucking 3 or 4 a.m. streams or something like that, like Friday night to Saturday morning or something like that, dude. So it all really depends. Again, depends of how my sleep is and, where my fucking awake and alert areas and stuff are. So anyway, see you guys in the next one.